sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together. And I got Saf in this bitch.
Yo, I'm in the building.
What's going on with you, Saf?
Chilling. Happy to be here.
I heard that. Happy to have you. It's been a wild last few episodes, man. For anybody that has not been on point, y'all not watching them in order, maybe y'all missed a couple weeks. I don't want to say not been on point, that sounds rude. But we did have some very informational episodes that we put out recently that I'm excited and proud of.
Very informative, absolutely.
We have the crypto episode that is titled as such, and we also put out recently the real estate episode. Shout out to Real Estate Tracy and Real Estate Ray.
Absolutely.
Ironically, they have the same name, and it was a great conversation, great time. So I just want to remind everybody that going into the new year, these are the things that you might want to wrap your head around, may want more information on, probably as part of your resolution in the first place if you do those kind of things. So have some fun, sip something, and maybe learn a thing or three while we was learning at the same time.
I think it's funny you said that with the same like real estate names because Ray definitely, well, shout out to both of them, Real Estate Ray and Real Estate Tracy. They both are making their own moves and waves and lanes in their own route, in their own right. Mm-hmm. But he was like super excited to be with Tracy, so it's interesting. Like we like introduced kinfolk because they had real estate in their name. So you know, like,
and I mean at the same time they are family. They just
but they are. That's what I'm saying.
You know
like
what I'm saying?
In more ways than one. So it was really dope to have them both. That was a really dope show. So check that one out if y'all haven't.
We had mentioned Tracy. You weren't on the crypto episode. I'm sure you probably checked it out. Mm-hmm. We had mentioned Tracy on there, and I said she was coming, and he was like, "I'm coming." Yeah, and I was like, "That's actually perfect." So I'm glad that worked out. Whole lot of gelling going on. Everybody got along, and it was a vibe. And I hope to see them do future together in the business. Future in the business together.
I'm sure they will.
Through or with each other. I think that'll be dope. Cause that's what we here for, bitches.
Absolutely.
But nah, all that to say, one of the reasons we don't have a guest today is because this is our wrap-up episode for the end of the year wrap. You know what I mean? Time to reflect, figure some things out, see where we've been, figure out where we going. And we don't need no distractions for that.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
What you was about to say, though?
No, because I don't even think it's unnecessary. I get what you were saying, but I was just like, yo, we just need to get to it, especially because, like, together, we've kind of endured this. You know what I mean? So to have, another person would kind of, like, be a distraction from who you want to say. Just slightly. But, I mean, I think we have an objective.
Yeah, so.
We got goals.
We got a young list here. You know what I mean?
Youngins in charge.
You know, with us, a small list don't mean a short one.
That part.
Because we be talking. But we can start at the top. I wanna start with this one.
Which one?
Favorite guest of the year. You'll answer this first. I answer the next one first.
No, it's cool because you know what? The funny thing is that Wyatt. All right, so I'm gonna think about. Let me scale back. Because we talked about this. It was, but I have to think about the word verbiage and usage and shit like that because I know we have a couple of different things to talk about.
This is true.
So in regards to my favorite, I still will go with my girl Frankie Storm. I'm going to go with Frankie for the simple fact that she brought so much because like you knew her like through your family, but maybe didn't know her as detailed as you would have through the episode. I didn't know. But just basically, you know what I'm saying, like generally speaking. Mm-hmm. But everything that she brought to the table as an artist, as an educator, as a woman, as a trailblazer, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like I did not know what I was preparing for when I sat with her. So that's still like forever and always is like one of my favorite. Like I don't like for this year for sure, but like when we doing this 15, 20 years from now, and they're like, "Yo, what was one of your favorite?" Like that's still going to be like
up there for you.
Absolutely.
Nah, Frankie's high on my list too.
Because it's unexpected. So you know how sometimes when something's unexpected, like you appreciate it so much more.
I had no idea what to expect.
Exactly.
No idea. Especially because, like you said, like I was introduced through a family member, but I had never like met her as an adult, and I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't have, I tried to go in there with my shoulders down.
Yeah, shoulders down. Shout out to OLF.
It worked out. Yeah, salute to my guys. I guess I would say the twins. The twins would be a pretty good one. Yeah. I really
Absolutely.
enjoy talking to those young ladies. I also enjoy watching their progress.
Sure.
The timing when we spoke to them, and they had just went through a door shutting in their face
Absolutely.
and had to figure out a whole nother
And open
move
so
and
many
was
more
figuring
on
that
their
out
own.
while we were having it. They had just gotten to that point. And I think that's just awesome to see in real time. I think their story, their upbringing, how important grandmom and aunties and all of that was.
Which is very relatable, right?
Yeah, I really, really appreciated them. And that's just one of those things that's full circle, because a female in my family had told me years ago to follow them because
That's why
they were
that's
doing big
relatable.
things, and they was from the city, and I've been watching them. So that was dope. That was definitely awesome. I would also love to follow up with them. We gotta do follow-ups with a lot of people, but I would love to follow up with them and see what's coming to this next chapter of what they did since we spoke. I would love to see what's happening, because I see it on the gram.
Yeah.
And it's popping.
But when you talk to them, it's so much more.
There's so much behind that you don't even know, and just
and how they got to where they are, like to hear it,
like how much they are, what part they mold.
I still think about when they were talking about the buckets, when they were talking about the production, and they were talking about how like people thought they're, first of all, they make their own, like they use their own,
what crafts?
Not even crafts. I mean the stuff that you have on your site. No, the stuff that you have on your on set. The shit you have on set. I can't think right now. Long day, but it doesn't matter. I mean, but they used, but they were very resourceful. Props. That's what it was. Very simple.
They made
but they were
props.
very resourceful. Like they were thinking about like how they told us how they went to like dollar stores and things like that, and spray painted exactly out of cardboard paper. Like I mean, they did so many things. I was thinking about the buckets. How people thought those buckets were so heavy and they were something from the dollar store. So that was something that it resonates with me of how they were very resourceful.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely appreciated them, and their energy was great.
The props was definitely the word I was looking for. It was very basic.
It's a shame though, because it's just props. It's just props. All right, so the next topic would be favorite episode.
Well, you said you was answering first though.
I did say I'm gonna go first on this.
Don't be looking at me like that.
I think my favorite episode would be that was this year that we had Got Laundry on, right? Mm-hmm. I think that one. I think just the overall message in it. I think a lot of the times when we talk to people on this platform, we're talking to people that have a certain entry point or level of success, quote unquote. I hate to, and for them to just make it so simple, and it's like these are successful career people that have built a successful small business off of nothing. And that's about time. That's about discipline, resilience. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that play into that. That just they say it like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And it's just the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, shit. Y'all got a house full of kids. Y'all got full-time gigs. Y'all got this, that, and the third. And
because they, like I said, because they started at such a realistic nominal amount. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it's like everybody hears 20,000, whatever, and like they started at $200,
mm-hmm.
and it's and still making it happen.
Yeah, and I mean, successful. Survived the pandemic.
That's what I'm saying. They successful.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely, that was definitely a good episode. Yo, it's hard for me to pick favorite episode because for me, I'm a fan of resources and access and provide information, and I'm thankful that. I think that like every episode that we put out is that.
No, it's hard.
So it's kind of hard for me to choose. But the thing is, so earlier when I was like, oh, I'm a little, I'm gonna hold that for later. It was kind of like I love them all, so it's hard. It's really hard.
So give 2.
I'm gonna give. All right, you're not even gonna jump the gun because I was about to be like, I'm gonna give 25.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna give 25, but we had a lot because so something that was heartfelt, and I feel like this year was Martin was this year, right? Martin Washington was this year, and that was very heartfelt for multiple reasons.
That was dope for you.
Like multiple reasons. One, because he and I like met on a whole different professional level, and was able to find the creativity and like meet in that regard, but also because of the sensitivity of it, like. His project was based on Michael Jackson, and that's something like is very sincere and heartfelt to me regards to my brother. Like he saw me in tears, like when he lost his whole he showed me his project and he lost the whole project, and I damn near cried because and I think I'm messing up. Actually, I cried when I saw the project the first time. Forget he losing it. Like when I first saw the project and it didn't have. It was just his sketches and very minimal of the music that's applied to the final project.
Right.
It was just so heartfelt for me. So for me, that was very, very, very sentimental. Like that was probably one of the most sentimental.
Shout out to Unwatch, man.
Absolutely.
I made a friend that day, and the crazy thing is, I became a part of the project. Like he had the opportunity for the Ghostface situation to put some music and some promo behind the project, and I was able to get a verse for that, and that was dope because that's a placement that I didn't expect
on your resume.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I think it was ill because I got to big him up in a verse, and he got to sit there for 5, 6, 7 hours and try to figure out everything I said about him. It was funny because he kept texting me. I'm like, it's my nigga. But
so that was a good one. But also
shout
our
out to
100th
Watch.
episode, when we filmed our 100th episode,
Yeah,
that was like
that's up there for
pivotal for me because one, for any of us catching up or people that know, like I didn't know that this is where I would be. When you told me to sit down, I thought that I could sit down for an episode. I have a lot of things going on, so I thought that I could talk, but I had no idea that I'd be your co-host.
That
so
you can carry a show.
I mean, yeah.
Let's not water it down.
No,
That
I
you
know I
can
could carry a show, but that's not the point because it wasn't even where my mind was.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Carried 100 and damn near 50 of these bitches.
That's the point. And so to see us get to 100 was pivotal. So that's very high on my list as well. That's one of my favorite episodes because not only what we put into it, but what everybody else to it. Shout out to Kay. Shout out to our guests that we had up to 100 and moving on forward from there. But to see the people come out and pour their love into us, like it was really interesting. And I felt the love that day. Like I really felt the love. And we kind of killed that joint. Like Kay killed the joint with the production. We killed it. No, I'm just saying, like it was really dope. We had the venue. You know, it was live. We had a live audience. So yeah, it was just dope. So that's like one of my top ones.
So for you and the audience, because I was gonna tell you this anyway. We will be doing more live podcasts very soon. We always had a location that's not far from here, which we can always use, utilize, and a great space for it. I want to make sure to announce it on here because I don't know who sees my page and who sees this. But if you are a guest that we've had on the show in the past 100 and whatever episodes that we're at that point, we would love to have you in a situation for real, so we can show some appreciation, maybe get some feedback. And we want to make it, it's always a networking environment, so I wanted the experience to always rotate and be a bigger and better network or arrangement of people in a room. So I want the people that we for sure already co-signed to be in a room to meet each other, because y'all watch each other,
right?
You know what I mean? The people that support us, they seen you on here, and y'all seen each other, and y'all probably got questions or business for each other, and I don't need to be in the middle of it,
right?
Unless you need me to, and we can figure that out for a nominal fee. But there will be more live pods coming very, very soon. And we're gonna have some fun with that. So
that's what's up.
Look forward to that.
That's what's up.
Get your ideas together for that, because that'll be dope. I got a couple new ideas. All right, 2021 lessons learned.
So
this is a K list.
That's K list. So I'm going to incorporate. Because I was I was thinking like, should I grab my list? Some of our things we're very like minded, great minds think alike, as they say. So I'm kind of going to incorporate what I was thinking with her question. And so for me, lessons learned kind of goes with like a core value that I've kind of incorporated, and it was more of like gratitude was one, and resilience was the other. Like those are two things that was very important for me throughout the year. People find it easy to complain, right?
What you tell it?
No, but it's subjective. It's very subjective, right? Because if you look at our celebrities, they might complain about the things that we wish for. And then I'm sitting here like, I'm thankful and I'm grateful enough to be blessed, right? And I think about the things that I complain about, and I'm like, damn, it's people that don't have half of what I have. So throughout this year, through COVID, and just not even COVID, I mean through our civil rights, and just through so many things that we've kind of actually had some progression in, I was able to be grateful and still resilient. Resilient is more on a professional note, because we were faced with so many adversity again, and with our civil rights. with our professional or our personal bouts and journeys that we going through. But being resilient is my therapy. Like pushing forward keeps me going. You know what I'm saying? Like we all go through it. We all got our own trials and tribulations, right? But and it's hard. It's hard to say. Like you don't even know what people going through. Like even if somebody tell you their life story or what they currently going through, you still don't know the half.
And people can only tell you from their perspective, their understanding, and what they're willing to share.
So
there's
what they're willing to share. So for me,
like,
it's what they're willing to share because it's always going to be their perspective because they telling you.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be their perspective.
People, when I say their perspective, because I know it sounds weird, sometimes people don't do the math on themselves.
Right.
To figure out why they did. They can only tell you what sounds good or what they think.
And so I found myself initially like maybe not being as thankful or humble by the things that I do have. You know what I'm saying? And then when I realized the things that other people don't have, I was able to be grateful and appreciative of what I do have. And then again, we had a moment where we had to. So we've been with COVID for 2 years now. And so being able to still sit still because we've been able to experience life and experience things. But to still be able to sit back and retrospect and think about what I need to do, what I have done, what I need to do, what I want to do, it put me in a place of humbleness, gratitude, and resilience because I want to keep pushing forward and getting where I'm at.
That's
so,
dope.
Yeah.
It's way more inspirational than mine. It's like, nah.
That shit's real.
One thing, and it's relative to what I said on the 100th episode, and it sounds crazy, but I be right, yo. Like I be knowing,
so vain,
and it's not even like that. It's like you grow up in a world where you're supposed to be limited to whatever you allowed to really do, however good you're supposed to be, however much you could contribute to multiple different things. Like it's a lot of restrictions that mentally we put on ourselves.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of times that I'll put down one thing to pick up another thing, or only do two things instead of four, and a lot of the things that I've always told myself that people have told me that I would be good at, that I thought I was good at, or I mean just related to music when it comes to A&R, when it comes to song structure, when it comes to putting people in the right position to win in these environments. You know what I mean? I'm really, really, really good at those things, and I need to explore them in a more balanced way.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? Because I was always used to, all right, it's time to get money, or it's time to do this, or you know what I mean? And I never really tried to incorporate all of those things. I shut down phases a lot.
So it's interesting, right? Because it's so funny that at a younger age, and I don't know if it's more generally appreciated or not or accepted, but multitasking was something that was looked up to maybe 15, 20 years ago, right? And I started a new position. I started a new path, not new path, but a new position. And I've been around some different people, and they actually look down on multitasking.
No, it's real.
And so it's interesting that you said that because I was like, damn, I could do 10 things at once. But it's like, yeah, but you're doing 10 things at 10%.
And that's always been my fear. But
because that's 100%.
Yeah, but when it comes to entertainment and music and media and all of that, there's a way to make it all flow together. You know what I mean? Lesser people have done it, greater people have spent more time figuring it out. Like it's not a problem. The problem is the understanding that I'm not missing anything while I'm doing this. Like I was asked in an interview last week, how do you wear so many hats and how do you focus on one thing when you're over here as opposed to that? And It's like, because I'm at where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not on the pod thinking about what I gotta do in the studio, vice versa, or whatever have you. And I'm good at doing that. But I used to do that so broadly that this is 3 months. You see what I'm saying? Of this.
Right.
And then, well, not potting, but you know what I mean.
What's up, Kay?
That actually brings me to, hold on.
Doesn't bring you anywhere. Can't hear you.
That actually brings me to my question.
What's your question?
This year, we did quite a few double pods. We had OLF, Miss BBB, Love and Then What.
We did.
I'm sure I'm missing something
You
in
did
there.
the Cross Pod, Uptown, the Bulls podcast.
Podcast Bulls.
I'm always messing stuff up.
What podcast?
Undiagnosed dyslexic.
going to put y'all on the spot. What podcast
Clearly.
do you guys feel like you had a really great chemistry with this year on a double pod situation?
Oh, chemistry? You know, I'm like the lover of it all because I don't think there was one that we didn't have good chemistry with, to be honest. No, but it was all different, though. It was all different.
They're all completely different.
It all completely different. Like, Miss BB, because I want to say in chronological order, I feel like Miss BBB was first, right? This year. And that was completely different because of the setting, because it was just completely different. The setting, the tone, the information, it was just completely different. But I appreciated it because of also it was a woman. I mean, as a woman, I appreciated cross casting with a woman.
Super professional and
absolutely.
Yeah.
She thinks of shit before you think of it. So I appreciate her for that. Who else do we have? Loving them. No. After that was it was the bull, the podcast bulls?
Or OLF.
No, OLF first. Yeah, it was OLF.
Mm-hmm.
They probably was before Miss BBB, to be honest.
I don't know. I be on their joint so much.
Doesn't matter, right? I'm like chronologically. That's fam. So shout out again, shoulders down to my bros from the OLF podcast.
Fact.
Out of left field. But that's different too because for me as a woman, like I'm a minority, right? But I also feel like I'm not like the typical woman. So it's so interesting because I've been having some conversations with my friends that are more, dare do I say, feminine than I. And we go at it though, because I'm like, nah, I don't really see it like you. You know what I'm saying? And they are so used to conforming in a certain way. And I'm like, nah, I don't think like you. You know what I'm saying? So we've been like kind of batting heads at it because I'm just different. And everyone is different.
They said you say that.
Interesting I said that?
They said you say that.
2 Chainz, I'm different. I'm different. I'm just saying. No, but really though. So I think that that's one thing. So we got Out of Left Field, we got Miss BBB, and then Loving Then What was completely different. Because of I think one, Mr. Everything. The host is just different. Like he's just different. He brings a whole different personality. So shout out to him, and Theo as well. I like cross casting.
Cross-casting is cool. I think chemistry-wise, if I'm going to try to answer the question.
Oh, I ain't answer the question?
OLF is like...
He's trying to say I ain't answer the question?
OLF is like a cheat code because them my brothers. I'm around them so much that chemistry-wise, it's like I wouldn't even want to include them because that's not fair to the others.
Okay, what was the question?
But as far as besides them, I would think the podcast bulls. I think that I like that environment. Shout out to the barbershop.
But they were traveling. I'm about to say, but that's not their, like, it's different everywhere that they go though. So that's not where they're going to be.
I'm talking about the chemistry with them.
With us and them that time.
With us and them.
Okay.
And I was starting with shout out to the barbershop because I like that environment.
Shout out to Duke. Yeah, it was nice.
It was a nice shop, and I'm a barbershop baby, so I'm always salute a nice barbershop.
Yeah, it was definitely nice and different. Absolutely.
Yeah, and but just that group of guys, similar to the OLF guys, they're a lot calmer than the OLF guys, but it's still that dynamic of just having a forum full of intelligent black men that's really talking about some shit and is keeping it humorous the whole damn time, and they drink. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just like our favorites do. But I feel like we've drank on everybody's podcast we've been on. So sidebar, shout out to Loving Then What, because they tried to call me out for drinking, and I'm like, we're sipping with Sammie. And motherfuckers keep shoving drinks down our hands.
Random drinks too. It was like a smorgasbord of drinks. I'm like, don't y'all see I drink cognac?
You motherfuckers. Niggas had a grab bag of minis. Like, what the fuck?
I drank the shit though. I was like, Long Island, 99 Long Island, going. Like
crazy. All the way out there and got to drive back home.
I made it. I made it.
Both.
Listen.
No, but shout out to everybody that that have had us on their platforms, everybody that have brought their platforms to ours. We appreciate y'all because that's what we supposed to be doing. It's similar to what I said with the project SippinWitSammie IPA 6-pack available now.
IPA, yes.
It's feature heavy for a couple reasons. One, because I'm showing my A&R side on there a little bit, and two, because we gonna fuck the algorithm up, man. Let's fuck with it. Let's make sure that all our names are attached online some way that makes sense.
Absolutely.
You
I
know
like
what I'm
it.
saying? It's the same
like
with this podcast shit. So
Shout out to you for that. You always working. So I appreciate I like that a lot. I wanted to shout you out for that. You always working.
I hit Ace up today, like, bro, I feel like I lost a week. I'm coming out tomorrow. I can't.
Listen.
But shout out to Ace the Chemist though, for real.
Absolutely.
All right, so goals for 2022. Now, when we say goals for 2022, are we talking life goals or podcast goals? Pod first, life second.
But incorporate it all because I mean you are a professional and personal person. Like all that shit matters.
All right, so you go ahead.
Fuck you.
I mean, since she got it all figured out.
I actually don't. Listen.
She bossed up on me. I was going to let her boss up.
I'm on my Forrest Gump joint. I got a box of chocolates today. Okay? So, what's a little different for me? But, you said professionally first, K, since we going with Kster?
Said podcast first.
Right. Podcast, that's professional. Same things. Different day. But no, I mean, in regards to the podcast, all right, in regards to the podcast, I like what you said around the time of our 100th episode, and you basically were just saying, like, if you think we bad now, watch us later. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, don't believe me, just watch type of thing.
It's like that episode of The Wire when they came in promising the cops all this money and shit. They was like, more better, more bigger,
Yes.
we just going, you know what I mean? But
and so I felt that when you said it, and I will actually say that we've actually delivered on that. What I want to say is that we delivered on that. And I think it's from I was episode 3, so I'm just saying from episode 3. Oh no, episode 1, we killed it. But in all honesty, I want to say that I do appreciate the growth that we've had, and the guests that we've had, the information that we divulge. Like for me and the whole podcast, we're about resource access, information. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not about the bullshit, and so I appreciate that because I can't be with something that is about the BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not me. Anybody that knows me knows that. So I appreciate the information of it all, coming from a place of media, coming from a lineage of media and information, and I couldn't sit here and talk for an hour or sometimes 2 without something that actually makes sense and it has a meaning to it. So that's one thing that I appreciate about our podcast and what we've done so far. In the 150 plus episodes, you know what I mean, we are in. Like, it was the first 100 when you said it before the 100. Like, at the 100th, you said we was going to move forward, and I think that we delivered on that. I'm confident I'll double down on that. Anybody want to bet me? Let's go. I'm a betting woman.
No, I think the goal is to always go bigger, and I think that like I said, still ain't even called in no favors yet.
No,
so
neither of us really have,
so
not
when
at
it
all.
comes to like names and things like that, like that's not even what I mean by bigger.
For me, it's about our reach, and so we talked about that before. And for me, it's about our reach. Like, my greatest aspiration in life is about the resource and access that I provide. You know what I'm saying? And so I can honestly say that we've been able to do that through this podcast, and that's what I'm so appreciative for.
I think what I do want to do more of, and it's 2 things, because it's both just based on the climate and safety. I want to travel
for sure,
more like we did in the beginning.
Yeah,
as much
absolutely.
as possible to film, and I want to set up more panels for information specifically, similar to the 2 of the last few episodes where we had the real estate and we had the crypto. We've done them in other ways before, but I want to do that more often just to get information out. We might have to figure out if it's going to be a longer pod or a 2-part pod, because a lot of the times when we do that, you got 4 or 5 people that have a lot to say about even the smallest thing, and the information is valuable, and you wind up having to cut it short. And I want to be able to not have to regroup all the time the same people to be able to do it again. But we will follow up on the ones that we had before and make those happen sooner than later. But I want to do more intentional informational things, because we give information every pod, but we know how damn long the guest list is for SippinWitSammie podcast.
Absolutely.
So it's nothing to double up and have some real conversations with people that have a direct influence or impact attached to them. I think that's important. I felt good. And it's funny because I love my people, but the numbers on them Jones ain't as high as the numbers on the other ones. But it feels good to, like you say, get the information out there, get the resources out there, hopefully provide some business or a teaching lane for these people that are up here that are giving this information, because that's what they out here for.
It's so interesting. So I don't remember exactly what I've been watching. I've been watching so many things in the past couple of days. I don't know if I'm watching. I'm not even going to. I don't know what I was watching, but it's interesting because. No, I'm playing. Joke. No, but it was interesting because, you know, I've talked to you about this debate that I've had in regards to not even the acceptance, but in regards to positive information versus negative or sensationalized information, right? And so I wish I could cite it. I really wish I could cite what I was just watching, but it's just interesting that it's noted that things that are not necessarily negative are not publicized at the same rate as things that are, which are detrimental to our growth, our communities, ourselves. And so it's just interesting because I think that kind of lends to what we were just saying, like we were just speaking to.
I mean, somewhat. We don't have any negative on here,
and not us. I'm just saying as an external from our society.
Yeah, but it's just like weird that everybody rather ask Facebook than, you know what I mean. Not even Google. They rather ask Facebook.
Oh, I go to Google.
And it's the weirdest thing. Well, see, those are people that
I fake think that Google's smarter.
Well, see, you a nerd and you somebody that wants to look up your own information.
Absolutely.
But most things that people
I want to know my source
on social media, things that they could have just opened a different app and found themselves. But like all that to say, like this shit is titled real estate. It's titled cryptocurrency. Like the biggest shit that's going on right now, and it's just like, maybe I'm not the one they want to hear from, but my friends are. You just don't know that yet. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not big on fighting over views because we do good. You know what I mean? We do pretty good. But at the end of the day, it's like, check out them episodes, man, because every 5 minutes is another eureka moment on them bitches.
Yo, it's like a necklace full of gems. I'm trying to tell you, like, it's free jewelry.
Every other second.
It's free jewelry. And I think, like, I look at our different episodes and I'm like, damn. Like, even like what they said, shout out to Love and Then What, because it's like, I'm so smart, I'm so this, and I said that. But that's what all our guests say. I be like, dang, they like really be dropping like some real dope information.
No, they do.
And not only because our guests, like, it's real.
I think me and Kay got 100,000 views on they 200,000 views on a TikTok or some shit.
It was nice. Yeah, that was a good one.
It's crazy. Goals for 2022. We covered the podcast.
Me too.
Did you cover personally?
I did not cover personally at all. I'm going first on this one.
If you want to.
You trying to be all like,
it's up to you.
Chivalry is not dead.
I mean, I'm trying to let the lady do the lady.
No, I mean, personally, you know what? I just want to be a better me. Like, you know, I kind of like challenge myself every day versus myself every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day it's like, damn, like, what did you do? What didn't you do that you want to do? How can you improve? And I know it sounds cliche, but that's what I talk to myself every day in the morning, like in the mirror. Like that woman in the mirror, that man in the mirror, the MJ, shout out to MJ. But that's what I really, no, I'm this serious. Every morning when I wake up, I really reflect and also predict. Reflect on what I did yesterday and predict what I want to do and what I'm going to do today. And I think that's important. I think it's important professionally, personally, all of that. So personally, I just want to strive to, I know it's cliche in general, but I just want to strive to be a better me. I have a lot of goals that I have in mind personally that I'm not really willing to share on camera. But at the end of the day, it adds up to being a better me. I'm really in tune with trying to, like, I think people really need to get in tune with what your strengths are, your weaknesses as well, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So I feel like when you like in tune with your weaknesses are, you get stronger. And so that's kind of what I'm in tune with right now. Like I'm kind of like digging down to try to figure out like what my faults are, like, and what I can strengthen. And that's really like just looking at the man in the mirror again. And I don't really care how cliche that sounds, but it's real. Like you have to do that. Like you really got to.
You're supposed to. I mean, especially by now in life, at this point we are.
And multiple times.
No, you're supposed to. It's an
you have to do
ongoing
it
process
all the time. Absolutely. If it's not quarterly, like you might want to do that shit if it's not daily.
I mean, shit. There's people want to keep talking about red flags. There's red flags in your life that make you should sit still and self-assess.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You should self-assess.
You keep hearing the same thing, and you don't see it. Sit down and figure out why it keeps coming back to you that way. You don't gotta wait till a certain time period to do it. Just do it when that time comes, because you fighting through that'll fuck up your whole quarter. You know what I mean? Because you'll just be going against it. And once that little light is in there, you're responsible for it. So that'll block your blessings if you fight it, so to speak. But yeah, I'm with that. Like you said, I have I can say some of my goals for the upcoming year are financial. Only because for the last couple years I've intentionally been spending to build. You know what I mean? And now like things are pretty self-sufficient.
Yo, I'm working on like budgeting, all kinds of things, because it's
it's time to restructure that motto. But I'm pretty proud of what we were able to do, especially because half of it was a surprise. We didn't know that we was going to have to build all of this up and make a studio at the drop of a hat. So because we were already functional as a pod without it, but now we had to build a home around it due to the restrictions.
Right.
And I'm glad that we was able to do that. So I don't feel any type of way about what I've done with my finances, but it's time to get the kitty back nice again. You know what I mean? Just on a personal level, but and that goes into the business too. Like the business account needs to build. You know what I mean? We need to be able to at some point fly and shoot some shit and not have to worry about it. So that's coming. I guess that's another goal. Let's fly somewhere and shoot some shit. I'd have hit toes up for this thing before. We done all hit the toes up. So let's fly somewhere. Fly with me.
Yeah, no, I just think it's important for people, again, like even in regards to COVID, we took that time to kind of like sit still and kind of assess and reassess. And I think that that's something that people need to do, again, if not however frequently, at least quarterly, however frequently you feel is necessary for your life.
Absolutely.
But I think that it's important that people just assess where they are, where they came from, and where they trying to go to.
No, big facts. I think on a calm, just like a lot of the themes of this show, we say that on here in a lot of different ways. And I give examples a lot of times about where I figured out different things at, and it's because when it's what you do, it's part of you. It's part of the conversation. It's the conversation that I'm having with my friends. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing for us to say that that's something you should do, but sometimes we forget what needs to be tended to. Like you said, we can get bogged down with the repetition of I'm gonna control my temper, I'm gonna control my temper, I'm gonna control my temper, I'm gonna control my temper. And then like you said, there's this weak part under there that we forgot to look at. And it's at the bottom.
Yeah, strengthen it.
So when that wear out, it don't matter what's at the top. And I think that's
going.
why when you said that was important, because we can always say we doing the work, but we have to be conscious and direct about where we working, what we working on, and building that balance.
Absolutely. No. And it kind of gets me back to like, so one thing I wanted to talk about, and we kind of visited already though, but it was kind of like maybe a word, a theme, or a mood for the year. And again, for me, it was gratitude and resilience, because I'm grateful for what I have. But guess what? I'm working hard to get where I'm not.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that was really important for me, like super important. I think like the most important thing lessons for me this year, or for me to feel, was that.
I feel like, and it's gonna sound weird, I feel like it's go time for me. Like it's time to really start drawing. And I say sound weird because people say I run around so much now, and it's like
they don't have no idea.
I really don't.
You know what's interesting? Like for me, and I'm thankful again. Like I'm glad that people see it, but again, people need to know their own worth and their own value. I'm getting real personal, but like people see more in me than I've seen in me. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting to know your own worth and your own value. Fuck interesting. It's critical to know your own worth and your own value.
Well, there's always going to be space for people to see what you don't see in yourself. You running your race. People are looking at you through their lenses also. What I knew that you would be good for when it comes to this is the same thing that you were already good at in life, but you've never fathomed yourself just sitting yourself in front of a fucking camera.
I never wanted to. I actually
saying?
did the opposite. I actually didn't want to be in front of the camera.
So like, it's not like something you was even looking for, because you were actually doing the opposite of that. So that's on me to call you for that. But at the same time, that's part of that I be right shit. Like, I seen so many people hop on those microphones this year and tear shit up. Shout out to Imani and Lucci, and you know what I mean, just so many people that you've seen grow. The opportunities that I see out of some of these artists, and that's going to transition us to our next topic.
It actually is.
Yeah. Favorite local artist of the year.
So for me, I'm gonna jump in this first. So
I knew you was gonna go first on that one.
Because I'm excited, because you know what, I just love to see it's a female, and I love to see her growth, and she's new at it, and to see someone who has just taken, you know, the time to put the energy into their craft. But shout out to Milani. Like,
shout out to Milani.
I absolutely love Milani, because I love, not only can she rap, I mean, she's talented for one. That's by far. But besides her talent, like, she puts the energy in it. She knows what to do. She knows, and fuck knowing what to do. Like, I see her drive, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's putting it in. And as a woman, I can appreciate what she says and what she does and how she does it. So that's actually my favorite local artist of the year is Milani in real life.
I love Milani. Milani's one of my favorite people to support. She's one of the dopest young rappers that I've seen out here, talent-wise also. A hard.
Can we do a female and a male?
Hard-working young lady. I'm doing too.
Oh, all right. Well, shut up. Let me go first.
Hard-working young
also,
lady.
it's to my bro, and not only because he's my bro, but I see the hard work and the ethic that he's putting in, and I've seen it from day one, and I see it to day 20,000, whatever day we on. That's how long we go back. Mm-hmm. It's Sunday 215.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I had to.
Mm-hmm.
I had to, just because I absolutely salute to my bro. Shout out to my bro, but because I see the growth in him, and he's in the tenacity and the resilience. And
he's had a great year, man. He was working.
He's had a great year, but forget a great year. Like, I see what's in him, and he goes hard, and he's talented, and he spits that shit, and he goes nationally.
Don't forget what I said, because you wanted to say that. You can say both.
We got both.
Motherfucker.
No, but nationally though, he takes it.
Shit.
I mean, I was just saying.
Go ahead, I'm fucking with you.
But national. Like, I mean, he's taking it from a local level to a national level. He literally carries the city on his back. I've seen him grow. I see his skill, his talent. Yeah. So shout out to Sunday 215. That's my other one.
All right.
Did I take one of yours, or you gotta do a little?
Of course, she took two of mine, but it's cool. I know more people.
Hey, I'm glad ladies first.
No, because I be undecided, because we deal with a few people.
We do.
So it wasn't that.
I'm sure you can come up with something.
It wasn't that deep. As far as
because I got a lot of honorable mentions.
Females, my favorite right now. HB's
gotta be Sissy. Did you hear how lowly? Did you see how I said it though? Did you see what I said? I said Sissy. Did you hear how I said it? Like,
what you said. It gotta be HBZ.
Rewind that back. When y'all watch this, rewind back like 22 seconds. You gonna see me say.
And for similar, well, we always gonna have the same reasons for why we respect artists, because we respect the same shit.
Your core values.
But
it is what it is.
For a lot of the same reasons, like I've seen HB open up more. I've seen her grow as an artist. I've seen her tackle all type of vibes that who the fuck knew that with her smooth sound that her range is what it is. Like, she showed up on my project. I've seen her get fans instantly the last few times I've seen her perform.
She always does.
Like, literally, motherfuckers be right in her face, like swarming her and trying to buy her drinks and shit, and it's beautiful to see. But just the talent level, the presence, the heart, the energy that she provides, I'm loving what HB is doing right now. And you know, I'm co-signing her all day. But that's Lil Sis. But like
Absolutely.
I've
Shout
really
out
been
Lil
seeing
Sis.
her work out. And local is weird, so I'm a split this one. There's a Ghetto Reese and there's a Nunu.
Mm-hmm.
And these two little motherfuckers, man,
I like
do two completely different things and shut a fucking stage down.
both of them in
Every
two different
single
ways.
time,
In two
yo.
different ways.
And it's
Shout out to
just,
Ghetto Reese and Nunu. I love y'all.
it's when you talk about quality of music, that's shit. You want to talk about Suzanne Christine, that joint with Dell, Suzanne, and Ghetto
yes.
Reese, Living My Life. What? That shit
But
feel
not for
like
nothing.
a
I
block
love
party.
Suzanne, but I feel like we gave it to Suzanne last year.
We always get Sudette.
Yeah, I feel like we had I feel like I
Shout out
love
Sudette.
Suzanne. Yes,
Shout
I
out
love
Sudette.
Sudette.
And I mean, shit, my brother Del P's had a great year. A
Absolutely.
great year. And
He's absolutely getting some recognition that's well deserved.
but it's crazy because he was
Well
already getting recognized at a high level.
Nah, but it's
when you
continuous
talk
though. But it
about-
gotta be
But
continuous.
when you talk about like tier of recognition,
Sure.
But who knew it was so much more shit for him that like he's been jumping up the ladder and it's been beautiful. And
shout out to Del P.
he shot one of the biggest videos of his life in his Flyboy Dickie. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
He had the Dickie on, you know what I'm saying, with the fly team on the breast.
Yeah.
The whole, you know what I mean? He had this on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he always repping,
He also
always
shot out one
holding
of
us
his
down.
he also shot one of his flyest videos with us in it. I'm just
Absolutely,
saying.
man.
Shout out to Del P. He is definitely
few
a
of his
real one.
videos, but
He's
you
a
talk
real
about
one, a trill one, everything.
Seen him act this year, you know what I mean? Like somebody that I'm always proud of, like always. And I love to say that because I said
you know
that
what?
about Ray. But it's certain brothers that when you look, it's like, man.
Because he has the whole thing. Again, shout out to Del P. Shout out to his wife Z. They're
Absolutely,
like
man.
an
Salute the
amazing,
queen.
like just compliment each other so well.
Nah, I love
But he's
her.
like the whole package because it's not only the talent. You know how some people are talented, but they just somebody you don't want to deal
Face
with,
cadets, assholes.
or ignorant, rude, whatever. You just don't want to deal with them. But Del P is the whole package.
Yeah,
It's
and
the whole
he
package.
supports back. Shit, man. I definitely want to salute everybody that is on the Fly team, everybody that is a part of the SippinWitSammie team. Whether we name you or not, I woke up
Family know.
last week and my big bro was on live, not gonna say his name on here, but he was live on Facebook and he was just talking about support. And he was talking about quality, and whenever he gives these speeches, the same names come up.
Yeah.
And it's the DJ Trails, and it's the,
Shout out to Trell.
the Del P, and it's
Shout
the
out to Del.
SippinWitSammie.
Shout out
and
to
it's-
you, bro.
You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. And it's like, this is a brother that goes through tough times just like we all do, but he's had a rough ride for the last few years. And no matter what, he supports everybody that he named, no matter what we do, every single day.
That's what's
He
up.
figures out a way to show some love, to share, to put somebody on something every day. And he was saying that right now he's a little down because he doesn't feel like he's able to support us like he wants to.
Oh.
And I felt that. And I just want to tell my big bro and whoever else feel like him, man, we
got
here,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Like we understand. We feel everything that y'all do. It's not like you're missing at all. There's no big I's or little U's, and when it's time for you to kick in the full gear, you always do and you always will.
Yeah.
And that's how we gonna rock out. But it just really touched me to like, and part of the speech was, you know, and that's what made me think of it. These are brothers that support you back. These are
Right.
brothers that care about you. You know what I mean? These are not brothers that you just putting and doing for
Right,
them.
right. It's not for show.
We do for
It's
each other.
real.
We do for the community. We try to do things in a way that makes sense for everybody and not just personal gain.
Right.
And the fact that he acknowledged that, the fact that he has been one of the main ones to support all of us as a unit, and I'm missing a couple names, and they're all brothers of ours. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where I don't want anybody going into next year feeling like they owe us anything. we can figure it out later, man. We good.
Right.
We are good. We have survived a lot of bullshit as a team. Shout out to Font Productions. Salute to Sonny. Shout out to 1122 MMG Studios and everybody over there that has helped facilitate us. Salute my little bro, man. We just shot. Damn, forgot we just shot at my little brother's studio, man. Shout out to Av,
Absolutely.
man. Salute to Av. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We've been able to figure out things when it was the day before and we ain't know what we was figuring out.
Right.
And it's going to be beautiful regardless. It's going to be better than it is now later. It's greater later. So I just wanted to make sure I said that because without saying too much, I'm dancing around what the talk was, but it's just one of those things where one thing for sure, y'all don't owe us nothing but the future. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We ain't worried about what opportunities missed in the past. And two things for certain, I'm glad that you recognize, and I'm glad that there's people out here that recognize that it is bigger than us, to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's not something that we take lightly at all. And we love y'all, man. Real shit. Almost got emotional. I had to reel it in.
Reel it in. I don't really see you emotional too often, so shit.
Nah, but I mean,
that would be one.
You know, it's okay. Cause I'm Sammie and I'm sipping.
It's absolutely okay though. That's one thing I want to say. Like I think that it's unfortunate that people think it's not okay to show your emotions. It's natural. You know what I mean? I'm a woman, but as a woman, I'm gonna tell you men that it's not something that a real woman, you know, is afraid to say. So show your emotions. It's natural. It's healthy. Like you got to. So
you women vicious, boy.
Nah, but mental health is real though. You know how I feel about that. And
you
it's
women
just
vicious.
Yeah, we are. But but no, when it comes to mental health, like mental health don't mean that you off. Like mental health means that you have to be healthy in the way that you think, and the way that you feel, and the way that you live. So
gotta work out all your muscles, baby.
Absolutely.
Gotta work them all out. Can't let it lay dormant.
Absolutely.
Nah,
be flabby.
So local artist of the year, we done that. Favorite event of the year.
So who you go first?
I'm trying to think. I went to some goodies this year, man.
I did go to some goodies, but I'm being real selfish.
I'm listening. The 100th episode.
It has to be. It has to be because we got so much. I mean, selfishly, we got so much love. Is what I was about to say. But besides the love that we had, it put in for me perspective of the things that we worked so hard for over a year, almost 2 years at that point. At that point, it was almost 2 years, and we had worked so hard toward it. And for me, I like to again make an impact in anything that I do, even via information, or especially via information. So for me to see the love, and we had so many people show up, and just to do it live and have a live audience, and like we was on SNL type joint. Like,
no, that shit was hard.
I really appreciated it. Shout out again to Fine Productions for filming it and editing it and all.
And
but
Cat
it was dope.
Studios.
Absolutely, and shout out to
Salute
Cat Studios as well. Yes, Treyon Film. Shout out to Treyon.
My guy, I gotta get him to shoot something for me soon too. I would say the 100th episode, and I could still be selfish and say that there was this episode there was this event in Baltimore that CME had. Shout out to Connie Kravitz.
Which one?
The one with the blackout.
Okay.
And it just was one of those things where, all right, so we get the show.
That was kind of love.
We get the show started. The first person performs, and the power goes out. They turn on a generator indoors, which we know is not going to work long, because they think it is temporary.
Yeah.
Kind of find out the whole
everything is done.
Neighborhood is black.
Right.
So,
and you gonna be more careful.
I'm talking to Kravitz on stage, and he like, bro, you know what I mean? We got a couple options. We can get these people their money back, or you know what I mean? We can try to figure something else out or go outside. I say, yo, it's a parking lot outside, bro. He like, you think they? I'm like, ask him. He said, yo, we can either just end the night or we can go outside. I said, we in a parking lot or what's up? All the chicks walked to the parking lot. So the reason that it was so dope for me, and the reason that I feel so good about it, is because it felt like hip hop. If like we had a venue. When the venue fell through, wasn't nobody too bougie to take it back to the streets. Motherfuckers wanted to have fun. Motherfuckers wanted to party. Motherfuckers wanted to perform bad enough that we went to a pitch black gas station, pulled up cars, generators, all type of shit, just to figure out a way to get shit running. We had just enough light to get it done, and if I'd have known, we'd have bought all our lights, and we'd have had lights on the roof, and it'd have been great for that. I'd have had a camera up that bitch. But like, it was just one of those moments where it was like, these young people too, you know what I mean? They not like, they don't even remember the park jams how we remember.
Right.
But they had that energy that night, and they was with it, and it wasn't hard to get somebody to set it off once we went from inside to outside. It's let me, you know what I mean? Like,
vibe. It was the vibe of it all.
Felt good as hell. And I was getting paid to host that night, and my time had been up, and I kicked it because it was like, I ain't want to leave that shit. We was in, the cops was riding by, and we smoking and drinking and doing what we do, and it was a great time, yo. And it was inspiring because it's the opposite of what people tell you still exists out here. Like, motherfuckers is bougie, motherfuckers is assholes, but there's certain rooms that you get the right people in, and we gonna party regardless. And it was nice to be around a group of young entertainers, a lot of people that not even vets as far as jumping on that stage and having the confidence to say, you know what I mean, when shit gets shifty, I'll adapt to it. They went with it, and it was beautiful. And like I said, if the women go, niggas is following. So when I said they walked out first, I knew we was good. I was like, so we go to the park, like, they're like, oh, we outside. I was like, oh, we lit. These niggas is not leaving.
Yes.
And we had a ball, so I definitely want to salute that situation. Shout out to, once again, Font Productions, Bookworm and his team. It was a lot of moving pieces that made it to where these people could still perform, but it was dope because the footage wound up better than, if you got a good angle on your shit, you out there with a nice little joint for you, you know what I mean? I'd have shot a video out there if I lived out there. It's pitch black out here, come on. You know what I mean? It was that dope. So that would be one of my favorite events besides the 100th episode.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was hard.
Definitely a good one.
All right. Most surprising episode, either person or info.
So for me, I'm gonna be all honest. It was our last episode. Well, the last episode prior to this, which was with Tracy the realtor, because, well, one, we've been trying to get her for a while. So with our schedules, like we all.
My bad, I got thrown off because we did rock after that. But you good?
Yeah, my bad. We
No,
did
you
rock.
good,
We did rock, but the one we just talked about in regards to here is being out. But because we have been trying to get her for so while, because like Tracy is a beast. Like, she's so informative, she's so knowledgeable, she's like a gem. And so we've been trying to get her. Your schedule's crazy, my schedule's crazy, her schedule's crazy. So to get us all at one time, it was really like, to me, like a big deal. So I was so happy to have it, and because of the information, and when we had Ray on there, like, he was able to like double down and also like give us some different information, and not only because it's the last one we did, it was like really super informative. So your viewers, to our viewers that haven't seen it, yeah, need to check it out.
That was it was a couple moments I had. Like, it was one point where I was like, damn, we all went to Ivy Leaf,
Right.
except Ray. And then I'm like, oh shit, we all went to E&S except Sop.
Right. Right. It was moments.
Yeah, like, we all connected before we even have anything to say about it. But it was just one of them things. But as far as most surprising,
But I was surprised because we've been trying to get Tracy since we started, to be honest.
No, it's been work. It's been work.
And our schedules have been so hectic that it's not on any one person. It's just that it never worked out. So for the fact that it eventually did,
we got a few people like that.
and the information that we got out of it,
yeah,
like, for me, I'm
we got
super
a few people
psyched.
like that. What was the most surprising one for me? I think it would be that.
Oh, and hold up, surprising info was that I didn't know Frankie wrote Rihanna's joint.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
So Frankie, again, y'all know who Frankie Storm is. If y'all watch us, and y'all know y'all watch us. But she wrote "Please Don't Stop the Music" for Rihanna, and it was like one of her first like major hits that she wrote, and it was just amazing how it even happened. So that was dope.
Nah, that was dope. I think my most surprising might have been Ace the Chemist.
Really?
Yeah, cause Ace don't like to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And
I see that.
he's been growing in that way lately. But he's one of them people that, like, I'm like, all right, it's just gonna be me and you, bro.
Right.
And that was a great conversation. And it just was funny because I didn't know how that was gonna go, and I'm with him every week.
Yeah.
But I know he literally just he used to shut down. He don't want to be the center of attention.
The spotlight, exactly.
But when you a super producer, you got them options. Until you make a hit as a single, now you got to be in front of the camera, nigga.
That part.
See how that works?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No, but I think that was my most surprising because I really didn't think he was going give me all of that, and we had a great conversation. Most notable, I would give to shout out to Hennessy Kev and Son of the 215 and Clemmy for that. The Freeway episode was definitely a pleasure.
That was a good one.
And a blessing.
Absolutely.
Able to learn a lot about Clemmy. Able to see
shout out to Clem. That's what I call Clem.
How the dots connect with freedom thinkers, and it was actually right before they started running around on tour all crazy again. So I think that was a pivotal time to catch them, and something that when we talk to Son later, it'll be a bookend to that. You know,
right?
What I mean?
Absolutely.
We'll be able to follow up with him on that. Shout out to Son of the 215.
Absolutely.
Definitely somebody that is always makes itself available for our platforms. Make sure that we get the music first on Fridays, all that cool shit. But that's the whole
team.
Bro.
Shout out to Freeway because he definitely gave us a great interview. He gave us some information, sending him love and prayers, of course, still.
Absolutely.
And Hennessy Kev definitely was kind of like pivotal on that as well because he's a move maker with it, So I appreciate that. So shout out to the whole fam.
You know what was fun? When we had Ness on and we had like an hour listening session afterwards.
That was fun. That was fun. That was very surprising. That's a good surprise because we did not know we was gonna bop like fun. That. We didn't know. Shout out to Ness, CHS all day Central.
One of the hardest working niggas, bro. Like this nigga.
Shout out to Ness and his cheesecake, making them moves. Go ahead. I know that's right. Yeah, we about to eat it. Let's go.
No, it's just a sticker.
Oh, but no. I want some cheesecake, bro. I need some more.
Actually, crazy thing is, he up the street with it right now. Probably in a little bit.
11:22.
Yeah,
today Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some cheesecake, y'all.
They gonna be up there. But no, I think that was fun because that's the Lou that we get in glocawear. That's the Lou that we get at someone crib. You know what I mean? Like in certain environments, and it was like. That's how you give it up when he comfortable. So it was fun to be able to vibe out to some new music, some requests from South, and all of that shit. That was fun. It was a vibe. I had fun.
Yes, I requested Lauryn Hill joint that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I still want that joint. Let me get it, Lil.
That shit go hard. That shit go hard.
It definitely does. But shout out to him too because Ness, again, in regards to what I said was my move for the year was resilience, and he's very resilient. And shout out to Ness because he got the tenacity, he got that hard work. Like he don't stop, he don't quit. Even with the cheesecake, like people was laughing at my man 20 years ago about the cheesecake, and he's making money off of it. So
cheesecake going crazy. No
that
bullshit.
Part, you know what I'm saying?
Cheesecake going crazy.
Yeah.
Every battle event, he get 30 new commercials for it. I mean, it's just the perfect shit in the world, man.
Exactly.
Salute to my guy for hustling, man. It's funny because I watched the recap from, I was at the battle last week at 11:22, and Ness had battled, and a guy, shout out to Henny Man. Henny Man was saying, yeah, man, they love Ness in Philly. And they call him Lou. I guess because he from... I don't know, but they call him Lou.
I guess,
and it was just so funny because it's like, you don't know about Lou Gang, nigga. Like, this Lou Gang America over here, man. We Lou for real. Because when it come to holding the city down, he's been consistent. Mm-hmm. When it come to being a good, decent dude, he's been consistent. And we all have our bad times and our bad days, and that man has never acted crazy towards me or anybody around me.
Me either, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he's not always in the best of moods. So salute the cheesecake. Shout out to Black, my man KBM, for the cheesecake, and support that brother, man. Real
Absolutely.
Shit. Real shit. Now, shout out some businesses. Who should these people be supporting in the new year?
Whoa.
Shout out to my sponsors. I got Bent
Absolutely.
Wine Company.
Yes.
It's a black-owned family company of wine. They got wine out here right now. Shout out to Bent.
I'm sorry, shameless and not shameless plug. You need to be supporting OnTheSceneMagazine.com, On The Scene Notary. Oh my goodness, we're working on some amazing things that's gonna really have us on the scene. Check us out. But we have amazing, like, shout out to our whole family. Got Laundry. Shout out to them.
Got Laundry, Glocawear.
Glocawear. I don't even know where to begin. 1122.
Salon in the Box, Vina Sylvain.
Yeah, Salon in the Box. That was a dope joint. I like that. I like
Vina
that.
cool, man. It's crazy.
I like
she always
that.
around when you ain't, but we gonna get y'all both.
No, but I liked it. I liked it.
Gonna
I liked
get y'all
it.
both,
I liked
man.
it a lot.
She a
I
hustler,
really
man.
liked it.
So she Walmart for that hair shit, man. What you talking about?
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Yeah, really. I
That's
like that.
gangster.
I like that a lot. I mean, what industry you talking about? Like, I feel like we got to narrow it down for me to even think. Like, my brain is on like a freaking overload roller.
I was just trying to really refer to
shoot. We got Tiff that went to school. Tiffany Johnson that got State Farm. Like, she got her own State Farm. We have so many. We have doctors that we went to school. Like, listen, like what industry we want to talk about?
Definitely that. Shout out to my real estate friends. Like we said,
Better Than Success. Shout out to Nicole Purvey. Better Than Success, the Real Estate League. Tracy Powell, who we had. Real Estate Tracy. Real Estate Ray.
Support the Kensington Co-op.
The Kensington Co-op for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, we got a lot of. I mean, we got a lot of folks that's doing some big things.
Yeah. But anything that you want to challenge me with for the next year? It could be personal. You could say, you know what, I want you to work on
not being an asshole.
Oh, I can't do that next year.
That's very sincere.
My grandpa did that till he was 78. I gotta stop now.
Yeah. You ain't gotta do shit. You asked my question. Like, you asked my opinion.
I don't get an option. I don't get a B.
You asked my opinion. That's it.
All right.
Challenge. What I gotta do? Oh, I don't want to hear this shit.
Your ass gotta be on time.
That's not gonna work. When you got kids, not gonna work.
What was the day? What Bulu say? I don't wear that shit.
Nope. Fuck them kids. Unless I'm saying that, not gonna work.
I'm about to say, you better not say fuck them.
That's why not gonna work.
Kick your whole ass.
Not gonna work.
Right, be on time when you pick the time.
Okay. Not gonna work.
See how this works? We're gonna be the same assholes and late as we was this year.
Actually, I've been doing pretty damn good, except for today. Let's be real.
I got a text thread.
We're gonna ask Kay. Kay, have I been doing pretty damn good?
I got a text thread.
I'm not getting in the middle of this.
I was waiting for y'all a few times. Every ad, I waited for that one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You was on time. It was 5 minutes.
I was early.
It was 5 minutes.
With my no, I had to drop my kids off.
No, what happened was
that
was me.
Somebody lost the cord and we had to go buy one. But
so when you have kids, people understand their life changes. Sorry.
But
till then you won't understand.
The real estate episode, everybody was the same amount of time late, except the people that's always on time.
But you live 5 minutes away from the studio. Not trying to hear it. I live 45. Not going for it with kids.
Hey, man. I just
I feel like I was the only one with kids in that joint, and I was still before the ball.
My man got a newborn.
Yeah, and I still beat him.
He got a newborn.
And I beat him.
He got a newborn.
I beat him. He has a wife. I am the mom with the kids. What are you talking about?
He has a newborn.
and that means that somebody else pushed it out, so he has some help.
No, that means that he gotta check shit before he leave. It ain't no.
He's
routine.
a good one because I was a mom and mine didn't do that, so he's a good one.
That's yeah.
He's different. Most men don't do that. Y'all might check and be like, "You good?" That don't mean you like really checking. Like, is you good?
Nah, he ain't. He trust me.
No disrespect to him. I'm talking to y'all.
No, trust me.
Look. No disrespect to him.
Well, they
talking to y'all.
Well, I mean, I ain't got no kids to do that for.
I'm talking to the men, not him.
So why is y'all? It ain't him, but it's y'all, and I ain't got no kids.
You anyway. A man. You don't want to be a man no more?
I don't want to be y'all until I'm y'all. Like, that just makes sense. As a woman, you should understand that. I don't want to be y'all until I'm one of them.
I don't understand shit. Sorry. We want to talk. We ain't talking right now. Let's go. It's the recap. Let's go.
Like a woman. We done now. So, your turn.
We done.
Sign out.
You already know. You can catch your girl on the Scene magazine. Amazing information, everything positive from education, entertainment, edutainment. We have On the Scene Notary, got some dope things coming that's going to be really on the scene. Holla at your girl. Catch me with my bro Thursdays, happy hours, we got them on lock with my boy SippinWitSammie, and on Fridays we got the Fly Days, Fly Girls, Flyboy Radio. We're there. glocawearradiostation, greatest station in the nation.
Fly shit online.
That part.
Sippin' with Sammie episodes every Thursday, 4 p.m. She just says you can catch us every Friday, Glocawear Radio, the flyest shit in the world, I swear. Sippin' with Sammie 6-pack IPA edition is out now, everywhere. Salute to everybody that was a part of that situation. It's a dope little 18, 19 minutes of your life. Give it a spin or 2 or 3 or 4 and share it with some folks, please. And I got a few more coming. I actually had the next one coming out within, I think, the next month.
Ow.
So that's what we doing, man. Output, go time.
Go.
Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool Rule. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right.
Hey.
22.
I swear.
This shit ain't easy
At all.
This shit ain't easy.
No.
I need food on the table.
Yeah.
I need food on the table.
Yeah.
This shit ain't easy.
Nah.
Believe me,
Oh.
I need food on the table.
I swear.
I need food on the table. Ooh, it's hot. Summer saying better keep your doors locked. Don't hug the block. Out of time on the sideline where the niggas watch. Yeah, the cops. Tell them don't shoot up the spot. Ooh, it's hot. Summer saying better keep your doors locked. This shit ain't easy. This shit ain't easy. I need food on the table.
I swear.
I need food on the table.
Yeah.
This shit ain't easy.
Easy.
Believe me, I need food on the table. I need food on the table.
Get it or get low. You can get hit, yo, because somebody saw your trade, wanted just shit, yo. Gotta watch who you with. They wreck chasing, indirect hating, till they can replace them. Ruger from PH, uptown where I'm stationed. HB said, please believe me, you related. Making more than plates, focused on presentation. Summer saying we coming to jam, no more waiting, nah.
This shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
This shit ain't easy. I need food on the table.
I swear.
I need food on the table.
Yeah.
This shit ain't easy.
Easy.
Believe me, I need food on the table. I need food on the table.
I need food on HB, we drunk. Act crazy, we drunk. I swear.
Bye.